basics, and then we'll go over how to actually get a 3D file and start a print using one of those machines. Ready? All right. Turn off the lights.
Oh, hey, welcome to Zip Launch Pad. Today, we're going to be talking about 3D printing. So maybe you already know a little bit about 3D printing, but let's just take a look at how one works. You can think of a 3D printer as a glorified, computerized hot glue gun, or something like that. So there's three basic parts to your 3D printer. You have your filament, your extruder, and your platform. So your filament is a plastic that you're making your part out of. And the extruder right here is what's taking that plastic and melting it into a nice thin line. Now the platform finally is what's holding onto your part. Once you build a complete layer, your platform moves down. And you build the next layer right on top of that. So what's amazing about this, why 3D printers are such a big deal, is because in a real 3D printer, you don't actually ever have to touch the part you're making. All you need is a digital copy of it, and a 3D printer manufactures it for you. This is called digital manufacturing, and it's awesome. So what should we make for our first 3D print? Well, if you're like me, you're always looking for a great holiday present. So tomorrow's Valentine's Father's Day mess, and you need a present. Make it. Go to my favorite website, Thingiverse, download a heart, a hammer, and a jingle bell. Put them together in my other favorite program, Tinkercad, and start printing. So a quick tip, Tinkercad is an awesome program for putting together the 3D STL files that you download off the internet, and Thingiverse is the best resource for finding pre-made files. Now, let's make this thing. Every 3D printer is different, so I'm going to show you how to do it on the XYZ Pro. Basically, you take a 3D file that you put together in Tinkercad, you open it up on the XYZ software, select the right settings, and press print. Then sit back, relax, and let the 3D printer do all the work for you. So there are two important things to keep in mind while 3D printing. The first and most important one is what type of plastic you're using. Each plastic operates best at a particular temperature on each 3D printer. Ask about the proper settings to the 3D printer you're using, or look it up online. Next, let's talk about a few of the more advanced settings. There's really only three you need to worry about for now: layer height, infill percentage, and number of shells. Layer height is the easiest. Basically, how far the 3D printer moves down between each layer that it builds. If you only move down a tiny bit, you get a really high resolution 3D print and your surface finish looks great. However, if you make the step down too small, your part's going to take forever to print and there's a possibility it can fail. Now, if you want to talk about how strong your part's going to be, that's shells and infill percentage. Shells is how many times it traces the outline of your part. If you trace the outline more times, it becomes a little bit stronger. Infill percentage, you can think about as how solid your part is. If your 3D printer is going to build a cube, it's not going to build a solid piece of plastic. It's going to build a couple of shells, and it's going to build a honeycomb structure on the inside. How dense that honeycomb is your infill percentage. 2 shells and 25% infill percentage works great for almost every part. Well, there you have it. That's the basics of 3D printing. Now go out there, get a design, customize it, and start printing.
All right. So that's it. So it's pretty basic. What we're gonna do is actually just start some prints, and we're gonna start on the computers. So there's a lot of us here, but divide into 3 teams. One on that computer, one on that computer, and one on the ones next to the 3D printers. And you're gonna figure out something that you all want to print. So yeah, make your team. And then the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go onto the website called Thingiverse. So this is the website you want to go on, Thingiverse right here. And from Thingiverse, you can search for all sorts of pre-made 3D files.
All right.
What are we making?
Do you have any choices? I can't. Needs to redecorate the house or something.
Yeah, I look for holiday stuff. I don't know any holidays right now.
Easter. Easter's coming out.
Yeah, you can do an Easter egg.
Do an Easter egg.
You have anything? The early one has the line or something, right? Right. The one in the code. Before you say
You're getting worried right now.
Oh.
Very low. All right.
Now what do we do?
So once you find something that looks cool, grab these Easter eggs. Oh, I think bunnies. Yeah. All right. So you scroll down to where it says theme files, and then you download what's called an STL file. So that's a file format. You just download that. Then, once you have the STL file, there should be a tab open on your computer that says Tinkercad. So, from Tinkercad, I'm just going to sign in real quick. I can walk you through.
Sorry, what happened after that STL file?
Once you have the STL file, you're going to open it up in the program called Tinkercad. So Tinkercad is a browser-based program for editing 3D files. So once you get on the Tinkercad, it should look something like this. So again, there should be a browser tab. Oh, yeah, so you want to just download the STL file. That's why I'm doing the whole thing. I do the STL file. You want to zip it? Yeah, the STL file. That's probably easiest. Yeah. Yes.
And it's
This one, yeah, you got that right there. Now, if you go to Tinkercad and create a new design, you can import it.
You just go to
There it is. Import. And
so here we've got the file. And here we have the code.
oh, it's probably a big file, that's why. It's a hair on it, right? That's hard to model. You show it too complicated. 31. Oh, this one. The small one is 3. Well, we'll see. Yeah, it should open it soon.
And we do have 3 fingers
I'm going to address that, but it's tough. That's the short answer.
Look good. I know that's where we were. Is that Ryan?
That's not a line. No, that's not a line. Whoa, there's a line in there.
It's Lion.
No, I don't know. You guys. That's really strange. I don't know. I would use a different file. All right. So, yeah, something a little bit. So,
Yeah, bigger problem.
okay. Let's do yours. What is your wheel? We'll start with the wheel. Yeah, just to start.
It's a complex. Why don't we choose something like easy?
Everything, I guess.
So we're gonna scale that. There we go. So if you hold shift, then you can scale it, and then you're just gonna want to rotate it. So, you know, things like that. So you can start messing around with that, and then I'm gonna go up here. What's that? Yeah, well, we'll bring that. We're gonna do a little customization. You got something?
We got something up. Now we need to.
All right. Well, I think exactly.
So right now, I mean, this is a rad view.
I would make a bigger one. So if you just grab a corner and pull it, then you can scale. If you press shift, it'll scale volumetrically evenly. All right. So I'm gonna. Yeah, you want a picture? Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Definitely.
Good. Got it?
Shows people in action.
You can't, it's just the old stuff.
Thank you, everybody. See you guys around.
Bye, Ryan. I sent you an email.
Thank you.
You'll have the updates, all the information for course by the end of the day, I promise.
Thanks, Ryan. See you later.
As soon as Ryan imports. Oh, there it is. Cool. All right.
The bottle opener.
So I'm gonna do this very, very basic, but just to sort of give you an idea of what you can do is on the right, there's all sorts of options that you can play around with. So what I like to do typically is drag some text somewhere on here. Make it the size that I want. Maybe lift it up into the air. Move it around a little bit. And then that's Kyle's bunny. Right? You know, you can do whatever you want. You can. So you know, the easiest thing is just like to do a little text. And again, like you're not doing anything fancy, but it's just to show you that you're able to combine these things in this way. So doing something like that is effective. Like you're able to customize it. You can instead of the text, you can also do basic shapes. Maybe you can put a block in here, and you can have that block be a hole. So now that whole piece is cut out of it. So there's a lot of like really simple little editing things that you can do within this software, and it's just really fun to sort of play around with something and edit it in a way. So with that egg, for example, that you have, it's very complicated. Maybe you can put just a hole in the middle of it, or you can put somebody's name in text beneath it and have it be solid with that. You know what I mean? So there's options like that you can do in terms of making it into a GIF. That's really the easiest thing. In terms of like advanced modeling to change the shape of it, that's actually very difficult to do. So we just sort of stick with basic customization for now. And then as students need to do advanced stuff, that just requires a whole different skill set. We'll give you
Great job. Sorry. Put a cylinder in the middle.
There's things like I'm thinking the software itself.
Oh, he's being creative. Are you making like a little pinball thing that you can spin?
It's just sort of like
a top.
Like a, yeah.
Oh, can you really go around? If you have the information, how you work,
How do you do that?
then that'll, you know.
Put an egg
that'll
inside
failure.
Most the same.
They want to.
And there's a cylinder inside there.
Because part of the problem is that yeah, what's up? A little cylinder in it, nice.
Then I can put a
Then you can make it into a hole, yeah. Make it bigger than, like if it goes through the hole, the egg, then it'll make a hole like on the top and the bottom, right?
Wow.
So you need to like make it longer. Yeah.
So,
So I think you should just be able to grab, yeah, that one. Exactly.
Oh,
Instead
there
of
we
holding
go.
shift,
Sorry, my
you
bad.
just pull it straight up and down. Yeah. And so now it'll make a hole on top of that. And then you click the hole again. Yeah, that should be good.
now you have an egg with a hole?
Yeah. And there's over the center of it. So you're just gonna keep changing views. So you can see.
Yeah, this is all the Italian,
So,
16th, 15th century.
Oh, yeah.
So now you have a egg with a hole in it. All right. And then you can press the export button, and that'll save it as an STL file. So you'll download it as an STL file again. So you imported it as an STL file, and then you edited it, and then you export it as an STL file again.
Do we need to put it on the?
Probably just save it and then like email it to yourself or something, or open it up on the other computer. Yeah, it just comes up with weird names.
Okay, I was like, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Right there.
So we export it from that program as an STL file, and then I would say just email it to yourself or something so you can open it up on the other computer.
Yes. There you go.
Okay. Yes.
Just a minute.
Yeah, I would bring that down. So let's see. So from here, let's. All right. So now let's just delete this and re-import it. I think we'll be these things.
So,
I don't work in the program, so I don't have like that's, you know. I design, but I don't. You can design, but
I do.
I use another one to start with.
No, but you don't use like that.
So
But I mean,
it is, yeah. It has a beginner program, but it's
Oh,
good.
yeah, I've used it.
I've used Tinker. So it's a Tinker. Tinker, yes. All right, so here's this one again. Scale it. Yep, and then we'll modify it.
I watch all of this.
Yeah, now I'm gonna just make sure. Cool. All right, now this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna delete this. So I can do this work plan function that makes, see, I'm gonna now do it right there. Then you, I put the text on, it goes right in that plan. Then I can make it smaller.
Hi.
I just wanted to, I'm done.
Yes, I know. I recognize your picture, your face.
Thank you for all the support.
Wow.
Organization here. It's really well organized.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been working extremely hard to
I
make it
bet.
that way.
Yeah, it's evident.
Thank you. I hope you like enjoy everything that's going on today and
Practicing
tomorrow
it.
for Saturday. It'll be super exciting.
Yeah, it's great so far.
This is
Yeah,
what I
good. Well,
so really do the work plan again.
Right? I know. I like ever since I started working for the Lavin Center and you know getting to know Eric really well and Kathy and now it's been like really eye-opening. So much easier.
You know what? I should have done too. Okay.
Yeah. So
That'll
a
take
lot
another.
of this stuff even
And how long
existed.
have you been
Now,
doing this?
How long? I've been doing this for a year. Yeah.
You graduated and you're doing this full time, or you did it while you
Yeah, doing a lot of school. Yep. Feels like I work 2 jobs.
when you finish doing that?
Next year.
We go for the
Oh, you guys are ready to roll. Kyle will be able to help you guys in like a second to upload it for sure. Yeah.
So this is the only computer.
Yeah, is this a computer that controls the,
No, so what will happen is
Alright. So now change that text to something. And
We don't even know what my.
Definitely. It'll be very exciting.
Yeah, there you go. I don't think, we don't know.
all right, and we're good to
You'll
go.
tell us right this and how many.
Yep. So now we're gonna export that.
Probably not gonna
As
charge
an
us.
STL file.
No.
We don't know. The ladies.
All right.
That's
Okay.
actually-
So now let's print something. So we're gonna start 2 things right now. So download, actually, just download the STL file.
And then the president.
So what areas did you see? What do you?
So right now I really like inertial motion systems, IMUs, and
Oh,
like
so we don't have to
space
put
trajectory.
hours.
Yeah, you have it already on there.
That kind of thing. So velocity, gravity.
We're gonna do
Um,
this.
kind of like,
Yeah, so these computers are all controlling, this computer controls the 3D printers. That's why.
You could tell it which one to go to.
Exactly.
But I also really
So how long did it take for you to learn
doesn't
this?
matter
That's
gravity
really good.
space.
Well, I got a degree in engineering, so that helped with the 3D modeling. So I could do that actually before I started with 3D printing. But 3D printing itself is really straightforward. The only challenge is that a lot of the like consumer grade ones aren't particularly reliable. They jam a lot. So like if you notice, I was tinkering with this while you guys were there because I had to jam it and I had to make sure it was ready to print. So that's the only problem with them. They take a lot of hands-on.
They're always breaking down.
Okay, perfect. So that's it. All right. So now open. Yeah, yes, I know.
I don't know. That would be more.
So now you're gonna open the MakerBot. We're gonna put this on the MakerBot. So this is the MakerBot software. It controls that machine right there. Then you just from here go add file. Yep. Excellent. Awesome. Oh, that looks great.
Yeah.
That's really cool. It will be, right now we have white filament in there, so that's a great question. It'll be whatever color plastic we have in there right now. You can change it out.
It doesn't make a.
It doesn't mix it, yeah, it's one color at a time. You can pause it in the middle of a print, change the color.
Rainbow like colors.
Yeah, but you'd have to be there all day doing it. So I only do single color prints, but it does look cool the other one. Right.
What size is this?
So that's gonna be probably about this big.
Yeah.
So you can see compared to that platform, how big that is.
Yeah, so this is.
Yep, that's that build platform. So add another file. We're gonna do the file that they just did, which would be that one, smash it or something. Yep, and then you can go to this move icon, and then move that out of the way. Yep, just right next to it.
I know it makes it like all
Well, it'll print both of these at the same time.
like it's easy.
Oh yeah, that is just one single object now. Yep. You can load up as many as you can fit on there. So when we do like, for some of the teams that we're doing like early sales using 3D printed objects, I would do 12 or 15 items at a time on there. It would let it run for 12 hours or 20 hours, however long it took to go slow, and then come back the next day, but then you have prototypes you can go sell.
Teams that are entrepreneurs.
Exactly.
They're gonna try to sell. Like,
Well, sometimes you even sell a 3D printed object itself.
What about the cost of the actual, not the raw material that goes into
It's not that expensive, but you're never gonna mass produce. It's really about, testing the market, right? Is somebody actually willing to pay for this? And if they are, like, you can sell 20 at a loss, it doesn't matter.
So the plastic filament's not too expensive?
This is not very expensive, no. This is about it's like $20 per kilogram of plastic, and so you think a small plastic part doesn't weigh very much, right?
Okay.
So you're maybe spending 50 cents on plastic. It's really just the time that it takes to make it.
Right, yeah.
Adding more
So-
files or?
Yeah, we can add, or, no, we'll print this one and then we'll print it on the other machine. So, yeah, just like print. Actually, we didn't do the settings, but the settings are fine. They're just the standard settings. It's just relative to this. So like this is the build platform, and that's that build platform. Yeah. So this is this.
So you can compare.
Yeah, something like that. They're pretty small. These ones are pretty small. I mean, it's just when you're doing the 3D design, you can of course make it exactly the size that you want in a 3D file if you do that carefully. Then you can have it exactly whatever size you choose. Yep. So well, right now it's heating up actually. This will take like an hour, I think, something like that, maybe less. They're pretty small, so it should have set the time, but I don't remember.
Take an hour to print.
Something like that. I don't know.
So, while these guys are going to be printing, we're going to go to the Idea Lab while they're printing, and then we're coming back here afterwards for a talk,
Yeah,
so you guys will see the end product.
like
Yeah,
the start of the print, and then you guys can go do the next workshop, and when you come back, there's hopefully be something waiting.
They're still trying to figure out.
Virtual reality environment where you can design the 3D
Not that I know of yet. That is certainly going to come, but
Can you use MATLAB as like a tool to use to create like a platform to 3D print? I mean,
I've never used it. I mean, I do everything in 3D CAD modeling,
yeah.
and there's no commercial CAD programs out there that are in VR, but I'm sure they are working on it because it seems like a very natural progression.
Some of these objects that you create here can be
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
like this is needed for like a 3D mesh.
Yeah, it's a 3D mesh. It's already ready for it. It's just, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that works out.
Question.
Yeah, it should just be under download. So if you click your attachment, choose file, click on downloads. There it is. Yep.
Oh, this is the one that's going to
Is it going? Yeah, that's what I mean. When you come back, it'll hopefully be back.
So you could design
Yep.
something and then it'll print it? You don't have to give them a pre-done design.
You can design something completely from scratch, absolutely. But that's a very specific skill set that you have to spend a lot of time acquiring. It's difficult to do 3D design right now. Right, the program I showed you, Tinkercad, there's a lot of people that do designs with Tinkercad because you can start with basic shapes and sort of combine them like Lego style. So it's pretty effective for beginners. If you're like trying to do an actual like mechanical design of something, that takes a little bit more background. What's that? Textile design? That would be hard to do. Anything that's like, it's so complex shape, it's hard to design that stuff on the computer, you know? To cut it? Yeah, absolutely. But I think typically the way that's done is people are making them by hand, trying them out on people, and then once you do that, then you get the design for the pattern, and you computerize the pattern rather than designing it all in 3D. I think that's the way it's done more commonly now.
Oh, you can just ask Erica over there.
Actually, this one's turning out good. I don't know why this one's having a little trouble. Yeah, I think it's pretty smart. This printer is pretty old in terms of its technology. It's 4 years old now.